A Russian drone hit a bus evacuating civilians from a frontline area in Ukraine's northeastern Sumy region, killing 9 people, Ukrainian officials said. 7 people were also injured in the attack in Bielopolya, a town around 10 kilometers from Russia's border, 3 of them seriously, according to Ukraine's national police. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described the attack as deliberate killing of civilians. In a post on the Telegram messaging app, he added that Russians could scarcely not realize what kind of vehicle they were hitting. He lamented the missed opportunity from Friday's peace talks, saying, "Ukraine has long proposed this, a full and unconditional ceasefire to save lives." Russia only retains the ability to continue killing, Zelensky added. The injured were taken to a hospital in Sumy, the regional capital. Authorities are working to identify some of the victims, most of them elderly women. Russia's defense ministry claimed its forces hit a military staging area in the Sumy region on Saturday morning, some 50 kilometers southeast of Bielopolya, without mentioning any other attacks there. The deadly strike came hours after Ukrainian and Russian officials sat down face-to-face for the first time in more than 3 years in Istanbul.
We are satisfied with the result and are ready to continue contacts. What was agreed upon? First, in the coming days, there will be a large-scale prisoner exchange, 1,000 for 1,000. Second, the Ukrainian side requested direct negotiations between the heads of state. We have taken this request into consideration. And third, we agreed that each side will present its vision of a possible future ceasefire, outlining it in detail. After such visions are presented, we believe it is appropriate, and this has also been agreed upon, to continue our negotiations.
We've finished our meeting. The agenda that has been given to our host and our partners was to discuss first is the ceasefire, second one is the humanitarian track, is the exchanges, and third is a potential meeting on the leaders level. As a result, we've agreed to exchange 1,000 persons to 1,000, and we're working on other modalities, and our colleagues are in contact and will exchange all the documents. So now we need to exchange people, and soon we will inform you what is the next stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you, media.
Dear colleagues, first of all, we've been directed by President Zelensky to come for the negotiations. Our first priority was people, and that's why we negotiated to free 1,000 people, and we reached to a conclusion, reached to an agreement to exchange 1,000 people. It is important achievement, and that once again shows that we are focused to finalize this war. The second objective was to discuss ceasefire. We exchanged on modalities, and our teams will be working on exchanging the details. The third objective was our president was expecting the high-level discussions in here, and I think the next step would be that the leaders level meeting should be organized, and that would be our next step. So at this stage, we once again would like to reiterate Ukraine wants peace. Ukraine is focused to people, and we're able and capable to continue fight, but at the end of the day, we need to finalize this war. So thank you.
Thank you, Rustam. First Deputy Foreign Minister.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is potentially a very good end to a very difficult day that is a result of many weeks of work of our leaders, of the President of Ukraine, of the United States, of President of Turkey, and our European partners, Prime Ministers and Presidents. The tentative success of today's negotiations is still to be consolidated. That means that the pressure on the Russian Federation must continue. We should not really relax at this point. And there are many issues that can be resolved if only the leaders can meet, because given the complexity of the issues and given the nature of the Russian Federation, where practically every single issue that is at stake can only be resolved by President Putin, we are looking forward for having the summit sooner than later. The fact that one of the results of today's discussion is a possible exchange of 1,000 against 1,000 persons is an excellent news, potentially excellent news for 1,000 probably families in Ukraine. And if only for that result, we had to go here guided by our leaders.
Yes, of course, the Russian delegation has voiced a number of things which we deem unacceptable. We have a long experience of all kinds of talks with the Russians. Believe me, since 2014 there were many rounds. So I would say that the Ukrainian delegation knows well how to handle all of the things that might be voiced from that side. And the Ukrainian delegation handled it in a calm manner, basically outlining our principal position and still staying with our line. I can say that we are grateful to Turkey, to President Erdogan for presenting this opportunity, this platform for the peace effort. We value Turkish engagement and role as a facilitator, as a very serious force in this world that can really help bring an end to the war. So we are most grateful. As to further context, you heard the members of the delegation. They will be considered later. I will also emphasize that Minister of Foreign Affairs Andriy Sybiga, together with the head of the presidential office Andriy Yermak, and with Rustem Umerov, they met with their Turkish counterparts today, including Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan and the head of the intelligence organization Ibrahim Kalin, and they had a very substantive conversation, both about the Ukrainian-Turkish relations, but also about the peace efforts that we're trying to advance. There were a number of issues. Look, I will leave it to history because still these are negotiations. It's not for me here to officially talk about the content to this extent that you want. I can again reiterate the general mood and the outcome and the outline of this conversation. That yes, there were a number of things that, of course, were unacceptable. But again, the Ukrainian delegation took it with a very calm posture, understanding that this is something that Russians usually voice, and we were keeping to our line.